Hello everyone and welcome to another video. This is going to be this week's Top 5 Wednesday and the topic is rainy day reads. As you can probably tell from the thumbnail, it is actually really rainy here right now, so this is incredibly appropriate to be doing. I'm just going to show you 5 reads that I would recommend for a rainy day. It's actually quite a mixture compared to what I usually show you in videos. I wanted to kind of show you a wider range of books because I realised I've kind of just been showing you guys pretty much the same books in every single video. So yeah, I've included some different ones for you today, so I hope you enjoy it. The first rainy read I have to show you is Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. Now I know I've talked about this before. It is a pretty thick classic, but it's one of my favourites to read during colder months because it's really cosy. You can just kind of immerse yourself in it, which I think is what you need on a day when you're going to be inside reading. And yeah, it's just a real classic romance that I think a lot of people will enjoy, even if you're not really into classics, if you haven't read very many of them. Certainly if you haven't read Jane Eyre, I thoroughly recommend you pick this up. The next one I have to talk about is my collection of Grimm's fairy tales. This is just the vintage classic with the red spine. I know so many people have much prettier editions of Grimm and Christian Andersen fairy tales than I do, but this is just a pretty cute paperback that I found quite a few years ago now. And the reason I picked this for a rainy day read is because rainy days are quite often just that. They are just one day of rain where you're inside reading. So quite often you can't finish like a whole thick book in that rainy day, so perhaps you want something that you can dip in and out of, like fairy tales. So yeah, this is just a collection of Grimm's most classic ones. I haven't read all of them, I've just dipped in and out of it, but I feel like short stories are a really good solution on rainy days where you're going to be stuck inside a lot. So yeah, that is that one. The next one I have to show you is Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. This is a really popular YA book, one of my favourite books ever, and I've picked this for a rainy day read because it's real short and you could probably read it in one sitting, especially if you were into it, which a lot of people are. This is also made into a film with Emma Watson in it. Pretty good film as well, but obviously the book is better. The book is often always better. Really dark. It deals with a lot of heavy stuff, mental health, coming of age, sexual abuse, that kind of thing. So there are trigger warnings if you want to pick this up and you haven't read it or seen it. But definitely recommend it. As I said, it's quite a popular YA book, one of my favourites, so yeah. The next one I have to show you is a series that I've mentioned a lot and a series that is pretty prominent in my life right now, and that is A Game of Thrones by George R. Martin. For some reason, as I've already said, short stories and shorter books are often good for a rainy day because it's just, you can read them in that one rainy sitting. But I'm always in the mood for really big, thick, often fantasy books in the colder months as well. So yeah, I just thought I'd throw Game of Thrones in here if it kind of appeals more to your rainy day taste, as it sometimes does to mine. So yeah, this is the first book. When I read this late last year, I gave it 5 stars, so this is one of my favourites in the series so far. I'm currently reading A Dance with Dragons Part 1, so I'm nearly finished with the series now. Yay. I'm actually going to have, like, I'm not really going to know what to do with myself afterwards, though, because it's been, like, the last 6 months of my life, and I'm going to be like, oh, I finished the Game of Thrones book now. I need, like, the next one, which everyone is waiting for. So yeah, anyway, Game of Thrones, Song of Ice and Fire, definitely rainy day reads. And the last one I have to show you is Different Seasons by Stephen King. This is one of the Stephen King short story collections. This one has the story that inspired The Shawshank Redemption, which is #1 on IMDb film lists, top 100 film lists. It's been #1 pretty much since it came out. I think it's a lot of people's favourite film. And the short story that inspired it is in this book. So yeah, I think also, I haven't read this, yeah, there is also the short story that inspired the film Stand By Me as well, which I absolutely love that film. So yeah, Different Seasons is definitely a really good popular Stephen King short story collection because it has the short stories that inspired Shawshank Redemption and Stand By Me in it. So yeah, definitely recommend these. And that is all I have for you today for this Top 5 Wednesday video. I hope you enjoyed it. What are your rainy day reads? Is it raining right now where you are? What are you going to be doing today? What are you currently reading? Please let me know. I will leave all of my social media down below. On the blog today, I have my Woman Crush Wednesday, so I will also leave that link down below too. And I will see you very soon for another video. Bye bye.